You know, Gadget Guy Steve Greenberg, he always hunts down the coolest gadgets you never knew you could live without, or you can't live without, I should say. And this latest batch is no exception.
So everything was AI, that artificial intelligence was everywhere, including a lawnmower from a company called Aper, which normally does pool cleaners, but they actually came out with this robotic lawnmower that is actually smart enough to sense if there's an animal or a tennis ball in front of it. It's actually the first robotic lawnmower to automatically adjust for different grass heights and types of grass. Or you can do it all with your phone. You can kind of mark the territory, and it kind of learns those boundaries. And when it's low on battery, it goes back to its charging station, recharges. It's just very smart. But I'm very critical of this AI term because some things that used to be called smart are now AI. And I don't know if they're AI. So we have to kind of watch.
Basically, though, this is kind of like a Roomba for your front lawn.
Absolutely. Like a Roomba for your front lawn.
Okay. Okay. That's cool. But you also found some other cool in-house items that really impressed you. This cooktop.
Amazing, from a company called Impulse Labs. And it uses induction technology, but like on steroids. It's like ultra fast cooking, they're calling it. A gas burner, it takes about 6 minutes to boil a pot of water. Electric coil, about 4. At most induction tops, 3. This will boil that same pot of water in about 40 seconds.
No way.
40 seconds, super fast, very cool looking. One of the things I liked about it, you could remove the knobs on it because they're magnetic, and you can wipe it off and then put them back down. There's no little holes or stems, so it makes cleaning it really easy.
Wow, that is pretty impressive. 40 seconds, the reordering science and molecular structure. Okay, this next one I'm really excited to talk to you about because I saw the video and I think it's so cool. What are these shoes?
So they're called Moonwalkers X. Basically, they look sort of like hyped up techie roller skates, but they're not. They claim to have AI. They actually learn your gait, supposedly. I tried them out. I'm a mega klutz. So I was like, I don't want to I actually didn't want to do it, but I was like, okay. And they gave me a couple little lessons for a few minutes, and then I was able to do it. And it increases your walking speed by 3 times. Doesn't feel like roller skates, but it does kind of give you that look a little bit that you're rolling along. It's really designed for anyone working in a factory or a warehouse who has to cover big swaths of territory.
Okay, I see. Okay, so this next one is a Yubba Key, and I'm like, what is this?
So another big thing talked about all over the floor was online security. There's so many hacks going on, and people are all freaked out about it, especially people in the tech world. 80% of hacks are from stolen passwords and usernames. A lot of companies have sprung up to try and solve that problem. This is one of those. This is Yubaco's Yubba Key. It's a physical key. I actually have one right here in my hand. Physical key, just like that. And you use it to create another protection to your emails, your financial information, your social media, and more. It's very simple to use. You can start with about $25. It doesn't have a monthly or anything. It's just a one-time fee. And it really does seem to create that extra, I'm going to use the term firewall, but an extra layer of security so that if your username or passwords are taken, this is one more way they can't get in.
Next are the gemstone earbuds. What's so special about these?
Okay, well, I was going to mention TDK, but
oh my gosh, no, I want to talk about TDK first because I wanted to ask you, is this the same TDK as used to do cassette tapes?
You know what? I think it is the same TDK, or they've licensed the name, but this is a monster company from Japan. I've known them for years, and what they're working on are those VR headsets that we're all going to be living in probably one day. These things are the problem with those. If you've ever used one, and I have. After a few minutes, I get queasy. And they say older users, hi, that would be me. Older users tend to have more problems than younger users. And I get queasy easily. I'm not a guy who can do amusement park rides or any of that stuff. So this is not surprising. But anyway, they developed a chip that can be incorporated into it that actually fixes that problem because they realize that the issue is it's a discrepancy in your brain between the glass being so close and you're focused on that versus the image, which tells your brain the image is far away. So what this does is kind of corrects that and opens up your focal point so that doesn't create as much of a problem, so you're not queasy. And let's face it, gaming isn't fun if you're nauseous.
All right, now let's talk about the earbuds.
Okay, so Spec Products have been making cases for 1,000 years. It seems like they're a huge case company. They're now going into the accessory company, and they've come up with these really cool gemstone earbuds. They come in some great colors. But what they really try to do is solve the problems we all have with earbuds, which the number one problem is we all lose them. So they put a clear case on it. They made it magnetic so it doesn't fall out. They added this little lanyard end to it so that you could add your key ring to it, which makes a lot of sense. And they also have a free app so that if you do lose one, you can locate it.
No way.
Yes, it has a locator feature built into it. Another cool thing about it, if you let your kids use it, you can go into the free app and you can lower the volume controls to a kid setting so they don't blow out their eardrums.
That's amazing.
It's all built into it. And again, at a great price point. So I thought that was pretty cool.
You had me at find my missing earbud. All right, best for last. This one I am so excited to try, although I am a little nervous. It's the massage robot.
Yep, it's out of France. It's a company called Cap 6 Robotics. I got to lay down and have a little massage, which, trust me, I needed after a tough day on the floor. And it's a one-arm massage. It actually does feel like a hand is massaging those muscles. You do have a control in your hand, so you don't have to worry about being too strong or too weak. You kind of control all that. And there was a big line to use the one-arm massage. And frankly, I can see that. So if I was a masseuse, I'd be thinking I should be looking for different career opportunities.
I don't know. That thing kind of made me nervous. Meantime, if you would like to hear more about crazy and wild gadgets with Steve, you should check out his online gadget game show. What the heck is that? It's on YouTube and it's super fun and you'll enjoy it.